Evet, UNDP küresel hedeflerini 2030'a kadar yapmamız gerekenleri anlatmak üzere sahneye UNDP Türkiye Başkanı Claudio Tomasi'yi alkışlarınıza davet ediyorum.
Dear friends, dear colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, it's a pleasure for me on behalf of UNDP to welcome you all to the Social Good Summit 2018 in Istanbul. Today, we would like to imagine, to think about the world in year 2030. I would like to hear your views. We have a lot of contributions in terms of how we imagine this world by 2030, and how technologies, how social media, how innovation can help in our development efforts to reach the goals that were decided upon in 2015. The Social Good Summit has been a unique platform for 8 years now. Every year in New York in September, on the sidelines of the General Assembly, there is a Social Good Summit where influencers, thinkers, citizens of the world gather and unite to discuss specific challenges, opportunities, ideas on how to reach the Sustainable Development Goals by 2030. For Turkey, this is the 5th year we're doing this. It means we started in 2013, gathering influencers, people like you, to discuss about these specific issues and to basically squeeze our brains in terms of what the new ideas are. The question at hand is very simple at the end of the day, but it's very important, it's key, is what type of world do we imagine by 2030? How we foresee this world? Yesterday I was sitting down with my kids at home. They're 11 and 9 years old, and I was telling them about the sustainable agenda, the 2030 agenda, the sustainable development goals, and having really a dialogue with them. And one of them, the eldest, told me, "Daddy, that's impossible. How is that gonna happen?" I was telling them, by 2030, we're gonna have a world free of poverty, free of hunger, peaceful, where climate change has been defeated, where the pattern of consumption and production are sustainable. And so he told me, "What kind of world do you live in? You know, don't you see outside? It's not like that." And that was like an eye-opener, because when we're involved every day in pushing the envelope and pushing the agenda about this, sometimes we kind of lose focus on how complex this agenda is. And he's right. Maybe it will not be possible. Maybe it will not be possible. But for sure, and that's what I was trying to explain, we are in a unique and great situation, which is for the first time in the history of humanity, for the first time, okay, in thousands of years, all countries of the world in 2015, at the level of the heads of states, sat down and they agreed on a universal agenda for the first time in history, I repeat, an ambitious agenda and an inclusive agenda. By universal, I mean that never before happened that countries from the north, south, east, west, different culture, different tradition, different languages, different histories, they agreed around the main goals to be achieved by 2030. That is something great. When you think about it, it means there is a consciousness in the world. It means that the people leading the countries, they were available and pushed even to do so. So that's why we call it a universal agenda. But then it's also ambitious agenda. It's extremely ambitious, which means how to eliminate poverty, how to eliminate hunger, and at the same time, how to live in a better planet. So it's about people, it's about planet. It's about how we live better in this world and how this world can be sustainable for the future generation, for our daughters, for our kids, for our sons, for the grandchildren. Think about it. That is such a powerful message. And when I was inquiring them about the role of technology, they said, okay, technology, we live in technology. You're like a dinosaur already, you know, Daddy? We live in the middle of a technology. But what we think is actually when a new discovery, a new technology comes into place, then we will need another technology to make sure that this technology is used in a proper way. It doesn't damage the environment, it doesn't make damage to people. So that is the very powerful message, according to me. The powerful message is how to use technology for the good. From the very beginning. And inclusive, why I'm saying inclusive? Because for the first time, we're not just the heads of states, not just the governments, but more than 7 million people were asked about what kind of world you imagine by 2030. And all these 7 million people said, we want to be part of it. We want to be included in this, okay? It's not about government only, it's not about private sector, it's not about business, it's about citizens. It's about each one of us. It's about our neighbors, our friends, it's about us. This is a very powerful message about the development agenda for 2030. Each one of us counts. So, without further ado, I would really love to thank you for participating into this, and I wish you a great day, a successful day where you can share your knowledge and all your insight into how we imagine this world by 2030. Thank you very much, and have a nice day.